You dropped your glass slipper! Wait! Wait!
Yeah, sunny days, no clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me, cause I'm gonna be on break.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. Rye here, and I am back with my Disney 100 video, and this time we're on round 2. And that is going to go to Cinderella, since she is the second Disney official princess, releasing in 1950. Oh my goodness, that's so long ago. I wasn't even born. But I do like the Cinderella movies. I think my favorite of the Cinderella movies would probably be the third one, actually. But we're going out of the releases of the official Disney princesses, and Cinderella is the second one. But before we get into the review of Cinderella, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, I am a content creator that does a various amount of things, whether it be doll reviews, collection reviews, blind boxes, live streams, gameplay, etc, etc, etc. I basically am going to share anything that I want to film and share with everybody, and I do want to welcome you to my channel if you're new, and if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Like this video, turn on those bell notifications to be informed and stay tuned for any future uploads and to see the rest of my Disney 100 celebration going down from the very first princess to the most recent princess. And we'll see if we can get the new Wish in here. I heard she's gonna be the latest princess, but that'll be at the end of the year. And we'll see if we get a limited doll of her. But the second princess is Cinderella. And of course we know her story. She has a stepmother who just wants to not bring her as much joy as she does her stepsisters. And of course she's stuck with doing the dishes, washing the clothes, mopping the floors, all that stuff, and she's not able to go to the ball. But we all know the story of Cinderella, and I did pick this doll as my favorite of Cinderella, and we'll get a deeper dive into this doll and why I picked her as my favorite of the releases of Cinderella. Let's go ahead and take a closer look in my doll room so we can get a clearer look at her dress and overall features. Alright, so now we are in my collection room, and of course we are going to start with the box first, just like always. As you can see, this box has an iridescent effect throughout the whole box. So on the front, you'll see the colors of dark blue, purplish, light blue, and maybe like a hint of pink somewhere in there. It really depends on how you look at the box. But other than the effect, you get the normal kind of flower and vine look that you can see on some of the other boxes that Disney has made. And it is a white color, a white flat color. As you see the center of the box, we have the clock, which strikes at midnight, as you can see. Then we have Disney. Then we have Cinderella in the middle with the largest font size. And then right underneath it says Cinderella Collector Doll, limited edition, 1 of 2,500. This was a Saks Fifth Avenue exclusive, so you are only able to get this doll at Saks Fifth Avenue. I was lucky enough to get it online, but I believe my other dolls that I got from Saks Fifth Avenue, I was able to call and they were able to ship it to me. Unfortunately, Saks Fifth Avenue no longer does these dolls. You could probably see why when we see the latest Belle doll that they provided us, which was, and I think that was because the partnership changed from Disney to Mattel, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'll do a post here of that Belle doll. It was not worth it. But I did get it on sale when it went on sale. I think I got it for like 50 bucks. So that was my only thing that I was like, okay, I'll get it. But let's go ahead and move to the sides of the box. Alright, the sides of the box also have that iridescent effect with the bluish purplish colors, and the vines also extend off to the side, and it's that flat white color as well. As we look at the other side, it's exactly the same, the iridescent color and the vine and flower effect on the sides of the box. As we take a look at the back of the box, don't mind the scratches on the box. I did have this doll since 2018, I believe is when it came out, and I did move, so there was bound to be some kind of scratches on these boxes. But anyways, I digress. You get that overall iridescent effect on the back of the box as well, and then the vines on the four corners, and then you have the Saks Fifth Avenue logo, and it says the Cinderella Collector Doll. This one does have a brief description in English. Unlike the other Shop Disney boxes, this does not have the French language, I believe, on back. And I'm assuming because this was exclusive to the US, so they just have it in English. Then you have the certificate of authenticity and display stand included, and then you'll also see that it is partnered with shopdisney.com, and this doll retailed at $3.95, which is a lot more than the Shop Disney dolls. But as you can see, you get a bigger box, and when we look further into the doll itself, we'll get to see why this was a bigger price difference. Now, as we look at the top of the box, hi, there's me. But as we look at the top of the box, as you can see, the window doesn't have the name as the Shop Disney dolls did, but the iridescent effect and the vines are also in the corner. Now, since these dolls did come in a bigger box, the front has an enclosed case, but you can open them like doors, and it displays the actual doll. Now, as you can see, it has a plastic display window, just like all the other limited edition Disney dolls. But of course, it's in that bigger box like I mentioned. The insides of the doors have a flat color, but you also get that kind of iridescent feel, but it's a flatter effect to it. Then at the bottom of the doll, you'll have that same effect with the vines, Cinderella's name, and the Disney logo. The plastic display cover does have that effect of the magical dust going everywhere, kind of like the godmother doing bippity boppity boo and transforming her into this beautiful gown that she is wearing like in the animated film. Let's go ahead and take off the plastic and the top part of the box so we can get a closer look at the doll in her dress. So like all the other dolls, the top part comes off. Plastic piece comes off as well. It just slides right off. Now with the older dolls, if you look at the bottom, you can actually pull out the certificate of authenticity, because they would normally put it at the bottom of the boxes. Boop. The newer dolls have the certificate of authenticity in the back, which I actually prefer because when you put the plastic piece back on, you don't get snagged with the certificate of authenticity. But this is the certificate of authenticity for this doll. If you'd like to pause, you can go ahead and read on your own. But I do like that it gives that iridescent effect along with this card. And I have number 2075 of 2500. On the back, you just have Once Upon a Holiday and the Disney copyright here. It does not have the other language like the other regular Disney Store release dolls had. Now let's get into the doll itself. And I am so excited because I think she is absolutely beautiful, and her dress and gown is one of the best, I believe, that have come out for any of the limited edition dolls in general. So let me see if I can give y'all a sneak peek underneath. I know I did not undo this doll, so I'm not taking her out. It looks like she does have glass slippers on. It's not glass, it is plastic, but it does have that transparent effect to the shoes. And then you also see another layer of tulle that's kind of wrapped around her legs in there. Now as we get outside and look at the bottom of the dress, the doll has 3 layers. The bottom layer is the thickest layer, and it looks like it has some padding in there as well, and it's sewed in there with a satin fabric. The top has a see-through, well, the middle layer, I should say. The middle layer has a see-through glitter effect, and then the top layer is a thicker kind of, I don't know what that fabric is, but it's more of that see-through fabric. And on top of it has the embroidery that is a glitter effect, and then maybe like a tinsel embroidery. And then, as you can tell, the overall dress has embellishments all around it, even on the back. Let's see. Yes, you can see that it goes all the way around, and I can also feel that it's in the back as well. But like I mentioned, I'm not going to debox this doll because I do not have another one, and they don't have any more, and I'm not going to pay the ridiculous prices. But anyways, as we go up, we see her puffs on the top of her dress, below her bodice. And as you can see, it also has that shimmery effect, and it's also see-through in a lighter fabric, kind of like the middle layer of the dress. Then we go up to the bodice, which has the satin fabric, kind of like the bottom layer of the dress. It's a satin feel, and then you have embellishments that go into an upside down triangle, kind of to where her belly button is. Then we look at her shoulder straps. That is also, it looks like they kind of folded the same fabric as the puffs on her dress, and it's that same fabric that has the shimmery effect. Perfect tie-in, in my opinion. The gloves are the same fabric as the bodice and below the dress, so we have that satin light blue. As we make our way up, we have her black choker, and it's also embellished with black and black rhinestones. And I don't believe Saks Fifth Avenue had a Swarovski crystal one, like they did with the Frozen ones, but correct me if I'm wrong. But this one just has those embellishments that you can probably like glue on to other kind of like crafts that you'd want to do. But it overall ties it in and gives it that expensive, shiny, she's regal vibe. Now we move on to my favorite part, which is the face. I love the face on all of these dolls, except maybe like the live action ones. But I like the face prints on most of the animated dolls that Disney comes out with, or Disney partners with somebody that comes out with them. As you can see, we have the blush on the cheeks, the lips are glossy, the eyeshadow is a shimmery effect that matches with the shine of the fabric on her outfit. Then we have the rooted eyelashes, her eyebrows are on point. And then her face printing is a very clear and high quality print on her face. We look at her earrings, and they're like studs that have a jewel in there as well. And then as we make our way up to her hair is not movie accurate, in my opinion, but I think, you know, she looks great. She kind of looks like Taylor Swift, but I feel like most Cinderella dolls that they come out with kind of look like Taylor Swift. But, I mean, overall, the hair is beautiful in my opinion. They give it that layer curls at the top, as if we're taking the animated version of Cinderella and bringing her into that doll form. Then we have the last part, which is her hairband, and that's a satin light blue fabric, and that is also embellished around. Not all the way around, it looks like it's from ear to ear, and then the back is kind of just that satin. But I don't need it to be all the way around because I'm not going to take out the box, and I don't think anybody would really be too picky about it. As you see the background of the doll, you see that it's kind of that the castle where she's going down. As I mentioned at the beginning, the front of the box had the midnight clock, so it gives that feel that she's running down those stairways and trying to escape before she goes back into her rags. I think a little good detail that they could have put in here was the prince in the back kind of chasing after her, but you know what, that's fine. Or maybe even like her glass slipper being behind her as well. But you know what, it's not a big thing for me. It's something that just came to my mind right now. Overall, like I mentioned before, this is celebrating Disney 100, going through all the Disney princesses and my favorite dolls in my opinion. So most of these are going to be 10 out of 10, and I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. Price point is a little bit much, but I mean, what can you do? I'm sure with the inflation now, she probably would have been more than $3.95 since this one was released in 2018. But overall, beautiful doll. The gown has layers on it. It's a thick material, high quality. I definitely can justify this purchase for sure back in the day. And just like all the other Disney dolls, they do come with their own display stand. And however, I'm leaving her in the box, so I'm not going to take her out. The most I'm going to do is take off the slipcover. But just like my Snow White doll, I'll go ahead and post an eBay video showing how much the completed sales for this doll are currently. And let me know if this convinced you in purchasing the doll yourself. Let me know if you own this doll and what your thoughts of this doll is or are. And let me know if you enjoyed this review and which princess you're looking forward to the most in my Disney 100 celebration. Let's go ahead and go back to my computer room so we can close out this video. And that was my review on the Cinderella doll that I chose as my favorite of the dolls that have been released of Cinderella, and celebrating Disney's 100th anniversary, going down the line as my second princess to show off. Tell me your thoughts on the doll, whether you decided to get this doll or if you have this doll. And if this isn't your favorite Cinderella doll that came out, which one is? Do you like any of the Cinderella movies? Which one's your favorite? And if you want to comment down below on what princesses you're looking forward to see in my upcoming videos, let me know below as well. Any comment, any support is appreciated. And once again, please like and subscribe to my channel to help support and show encouragement that these are at least somewhat entertaining as it is for me. I'm doing this for fun, and I just want people to see what is out there, what Disney has made. And I'm also a big Disney fan, so I want to share that with everyone else who is also a Disney fan. If you also are curious about these ears, these are the same ears that I wore in the Snow White. I just turned them around because I like the effects of this one. And I kind of just wanted to give you something different as well. I think they're currently available still on Shop Disney's website if you want to get them. So you can go ahead on there and they should have them. But I do want to thank you. And as always, hope you have a great day. Have a great night wherever you're at, and remember to stay kind to yourself. Simply Rye,